So we have talked about being a film fan and the Hallmark movies.
Yes.
Before we wrap up, you said you're a lover of 80s movies.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have any that you love the most? Like, what are your top, like, 5 or 6 that you think everybody must see? I have some, but I would like to know what yours are.
With the 80s, it's pretty straightforward. I grew up on John Carpenter, so Big Trouble in Little China with Kurt Russell is probably one of my top. The Thing, John Carpenter's remake, also with Kurt Russell is on top. Even though a lot of people don't like it that much, I'm a huge fan of David Lynch's Dune as a cult movie. I know it's a bit of a mess, but I just loved what he attempted to do, even though many people see it as a failure. It's like his imagination was through the roof, and the budget and I know he couldn't do what he wanted to do with it, but I thought Dune was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So those would be my top, probably within my top 3, I would say would be Thing, Big Trouble in Little China, and Dune. And I probably got a few others in there that I like, but they always kind of lean towards more the sci-fi horror type realm, because those are the ones that are closest to me. Oh, another one, Buckaroo Banzai and the Eighth Dimension.
Oh,
and it's on Amazon, on Amazon Prime, starring Peter Weller. Jeff Goldblum is in it as well. And it's just so wacky and weird and crazy sci-fi with John Lithgow playing an alien. And I love that movie. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's really whacked.
I haven't yet. I am a 80s comedy lover. Like the teen comedies and the sex comedies, all those are my favorite. But all the 80s just fun, over the top action films, those will be fun no matter what time of day or anything. When are we going to get something like The Thing again, with the great visual effects, the prosthetics that they use there?
I think they haven't gone away. I mean, I've been a friend of mine has a movie coming out, and she has a practical transformation. And immediately I'm like, oh, you got to check out American Werewolf in London and Beast Within and The Howling and the gargoyle transformation from like Tales from the Dark Side. I had all these references. You can go on YouTube and watch these incredible prosthetic transformations with bladders under the skin. The whole face is pulsating, an animatronic head with a snout coming through the mouth from a company of wolves. Like all that stuff, I love it. And I find from that end, that stuff is still out there. And I think a lot of people do prefer in the horror genre the stuff that is practical. I think the one you're going to go and see, I suspect, will have a lot of practical special effects. With Josh. So I think there's always a love for those. And maybe it is a throwback to the 80s. There's one called The Vortex. The Void, that's on Tubi that came out recently, and that one also has a lot of practical effects.
That one is trippy. That one is so trippy, but it's worth it.
Yeah, I think so. You know, there's definitely some other ones like Terrifier. You know, speaking of Halloween, with that, he's a killer clown, and that one has some really gory stuff that's all practical as well. Tomahawk. Have you saw Bone Tomahawk with Kurt Russell? Yeah, that same thing. Like it's lots of vision. Again, Kurt Russell nails it. He's one of my favorite actors. But lots of cool practical special effects. So and the Halloween's coming up. So I'm literally, whenever I get the chance, I'm watching something scary with the lead up to Halloween.
I'm probably gonna do From Hell and Sleepy Hollow, which are 2 films I've never seen. So I gotta do those sometimes next week. But right now, as the Hallmark critic, we're in Christmas mode.
Nice, awesome. Well, thanks for thanks for this whole call and doing the interview.
Thank you so much. I would love to have you on one more time, maybe closer to a world record if you're available.
Oh, totally. I would love to.
And then maybe once you have the Cindy film, probably next summer, you said, right? Next summer, you think?
That'll be maybe in the spring. So, but yeah, the next one up is a world record Christmas, and I'm so proud of that movie. Okay. That one's very special.
Well, thank you guys for watching this, and I want to thank you one more time for coming on. And just, we can go on for hours and hours and hours, but I've kept you for 1 hour. But thank you guys for watching. Watch all his films, and I will leave a link down below for where you can watch one film we didn't speak about called The Drone.
Oh yeah, definitely check that out. That's one of my faves with Sean Bean. I think it's on Amazon Prime and Tubi. Tubi TV has it, I think, too.
A link is right down there where you can either rent, buy it, or stream it. Just support everything. Super nice guy here, and I want to thank you for just being a great guy, man.